All right, well, today we're just going to hang out. We're going to chill with some Christmas cheer. I'm going to share a couple of things, and I wish you all happy holidays. And I'm going to share with you a pretty awesome recipe for some edibles. Not those kind. Come on. Greetings, good humans, and welcome to Tabletop Alchemy, where sometimes we just hang out. And this is the holiday season, so we're going to hang out and have some holiday cheers and wishes, all this stuff I already said at the beginning. And we thank our patrons for supporting Happy Holidays. And just chilling out with friends, having donuts and beer, and, mulled wine, hot chocolate, candy canes. Whatever you're into for the holiday season, enjoy it. So, yeah, today is it's just a chill out day. I'm not doing any work today. I don't know if you're doing any work today. I do have one announcement that I will put up here at the front. It's significant in that basically I was looking ahead at my schedule here, and the next 2 Thursdays are the 2 holidays. They are Christmas Day and they are New Year's Day. And I've been feeling the need to take a little bit of a vacation, like an honest vacation, not like my 5th Thursday of the month vacations, which are just sort of, one day off here, there, whatever. But I think I'm just going to take the next 2 weeks off. So, I'm not going to post a video on Christmas Day, and I'm not going to post a video on New Year's Day. I hope that's all right. But I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to take a couple of weeks, and I'm going to play some Minecraft. I will be doing some other things. I got a hold of this. This, always the wrong side. I never get it right. I got a hold of this, which is the sister game to the 5 Parsecs from Home. This is 5 Leagues from the Borderlands by the same game author and published by Modifius. And this is the fantasy genre version of 5 Parsecs from Home. And 5 Parsecs from Home was such a wonderful read and such a great rule book and a game system that I thought it was so cool. I couldn't wait to get my hands on this. I got this, and as you can see, I've only just started to crack it. And I'm really going to chill out through the holidays, and I'm going to read this wonderful tome of random tables and procedural generation. And it's going to help me with the Cascade, my own little game. It's wonderful. For some reason, I guess I tend to like the fantasy genre aesthetic more. That's not necessarily true. I like sci-fi stuff too. I have a lot of fantasy genre miniatures, even though I like sci-fi stuff and sci-fi, modern weaponry kind of things in games. I haven't gotten into those games as much as the fantasy stuff. I kind of default to the fantasy stuff. So I really enjoyed 5 Parsecs from Home. I just got to the section on spells, so I get to read all the tables on spells, and they're going to give me all sorts of ideas. I'm going to steal everything for my game. No, it's very cool. So I'm going to read this throughout the holidays, and set that down over here. Yeah, and then I might have another game that I need to read. And one of you lovely viewers informed me that the... hang on one second. I had to go get this from the bookshelf. Oathmark. One of you informed me that Oathmark, which is Joe McCullough's game system for, big army battles, basically, like, original Warhammer type stuff where you had units on square bases and ranks and files, like 20 miniatures to a unit, which I picked this book up, a year or 2 ago. I just haven't gotten into it. Just like a lot of you, I buy stuff that I don't get to. It's in the pile of opportunity. The library edition. But someone said that, yeah, there's some interesting sort of terrain generation rules or something that might help me with some more inspiration towards my campaign system in the Cascade. So I'm going to read this also through the holidays. That's right. And yeah, one other thing that I got in the mail, my daughter sent me a package, and her boyfriend, who plays a lot of Warhammer, like tournament style and at home and stuff, he's got a lot of miniatures. He has a lot of armies, and he has so many that he can't keep up with the painting, essentially, and he just kind of asked one day, he was like, hey, if you need some miniatures and you want to paint them for fun, I can send you some of mine, and you can paint them up. And I was like, that would be awesome. I don't have to buy some miniatures, then I could just have fun painting them. And also then I can, send them back and I'll have some cool painted miniatures. I say cool before I've even done it. They might be piles of crap, but I would never send someone a pile of crap on purpose. Hopefully my artistic skill will rise to the occasion. We'll see. But yeah, in this little box that came in the package, I believe there are some miniatures from Games Workshop in here, and I thought I would see what they are. I don't have my glasses. I do right here. They're here. Let's see what I get to paint. Oh yes. Okay. So that's a Terminator. Yeah. And I think there's a Terminator squad in here. And then a bunch of, I don't know the exact nomenclature for this unit of Marines, but there's a full unit of Marines in here. So I think I have one Terminator squad and 1 or 2 squads of Marines. And if I'm not mistaken, he specifically wants them painted up to be in a salamander army, which I would never have chosen that army to play myself, not for any particular reason. It's just there's some other color schemes or whatever I would have done. But the opportunity to paint some stuff up in the salamander color scheme is awesome. So I'm really looking forward to these, and so they'll show up on the channel soon enough. We get to paint some more Space Marines. That's great. And some Terminators, and especially in that salamander paint scheme, which is like forest green with like flames on the legs. I don't know about doing flames on the legs personally, as far as like my physical talent or physical skill to paint stuff like that. I'm not sure, but we'll sure try it out, because that's, it's paint. We can repaint it. No big deal. If I mess it up, repaint it. All green. No problem. So anyway, that'll be pretty fun. So I'm looking forward to painting those. That'll be great. And I'm going to leave you with this. My awesome pancake recipe, which I'm sure on the thumbnail I called it the lembas bread recipe. And it just occurred to me to share this with you because I don't know why. The lembas bread popped in my head, and I've been making these pancakes for the last couple of weeks, and I eat 2 of these pancakes for breakfast. Now, I might eat them kind of later in the day. I might wake up and then not eat for 4 hours, so I'm kind of eating them at lunch. But I've only kind of had to have 1 meal a day, which is probably not entirely healthy or true. I probably had a snack towards the end of the night. Preferably something a little bit healthier. But these pancakes are great, and I do feel they sort of function like lembas bread, where you can eat a couple of these and they will keep you going for most of a day. Now granted, I'm not doing a bunch of physical labor. I'm not out there digging ditches or building houses or something. But mental work takes brain power, takes burns calories too. It's a thing. It's real. Trust me. I'm not making this up. But anyway, I thought I would share my pancake recipe with you so you can try it out if you feel like it. I don't know why. I just feel like they're pretty healthy. They can be sweet if you want them to be, which I do. I love maple syrup, real maple syrup, not this counterfeit nonsense that's made out of corn stuff. That's just garbage. But yeah, these are pretty healthy pancakes. They're easy to make, and they're filling, and they pretty much fuel me all day. And I kind of eat a version of these in a bowl. So it's kind of like more like oatmeal in a bowl. But when I go out on shoots and stuff, and it'll carry me for 6-7 hours easy before I feel like I need to eat lunch or another meal. So it's not clickbait, my thumbnail. Not at all. This is the lembas bread pancakes made by yours truly, the alchemist, in the alchemy lab, or at the alchemy stove. I should have done it on Bunsen burners. Anyway, here's my recipe. It's very simple. It has a lot of ingredients, but you can feel free to adjust the ingredients however you like. Like, all you really are looking for when you're making pancakes is sort of a ratio of liquid to solids there to make the right consistency for cooking up the thin or thick pancakes that you want to have. Other than that, just eyeball the ingredients, but I'll give you some sort of measurements here, just so, But again, all of these things can be adjusted to your liking. So I start with, in a mixing bowl, I put in a half cup, roughly, of cottage cheese. Now I know everybody's going to be like, cottage cheese and pancakes? What are you, crazy? Yeah, man, I'm crazy. Have you been here? This is Tabletop Alchemy. Get with it. We're on a hobby channel talking about pancakes. What? Anyways, yes. Quarter cup to a half cup to 2/3 of a cup to I wouldn't put in a full cup, but about a half cup of cottage cheese. And then I put in 2 eggs. You don't have to put the eggs in. The eggs are good protein. I like eggs. I put them in there. I put 2 eggs in there. And after that, I put in a teaspoon. Maybe I should check some of these, the recommendations. I believe it's a teaspoon, roughly. If it's not a full teaspoon, it's less than that. It won't be more than that, but about a teaspoon of baking powder. Now, the baking powder, definitely try to find the stuff that does not have aluminum in it, because you don't need that. They make baking powder without aluminum in it, or for those of you overseas, aluminium. You don't want that. You want to ingest that. It's not for humans. Stop eating that. Don't lick the insides of your soda cans. It's not good. If you don't put that in, the pancakes will be pretty dense, right? They're still totally fine. I've messed up some days and forgotten to put it in. They're just sort of denser pancakes. Whatever. So, what I say? You got cottage cheese, you got eggs, you got a little bit of baking powder, and then I throw in a quarter cup of chia seeds. Now, chia seeds are pretty amazing, and you might think I'm still crazy because chia seeds are, in your book, made to grow green vegetation hair on top of ceramic heads. That's not all they're for, man. They're like one of the most awesome foods you can eat. A chia seed has all 7 amino acids in it. That's pretty crazy. And they're super tiny. They also kind of like inflate a little bit because they absorb moisture and they kind of bubble up. They kind of become like little tiny boba. Not that you can taste that or have that texture in the pancakes. You won't. It won't be in there. Anyway, but they're a great source, again, of protein and amino acids. They're healthy. So a quarter cup of chia seeds. But again, I just pour it in from a jar. It's whatever. Put a tablespoon in there. Put 2 tablespoons. Put a handful. It doesn't matter. Just pour some in there. It's good. But you can do this without the chia seeds. No problem. Then I put in the liquid stuff, which you could put in water. You could put in cream or half and half. You can put in milk. I put in, if I have it, I'll put in oat milk. And I don't really measure this. It's probably a half cup. But I kind of, you just use the liquid stuff and you can put in as much as you want till you get the consistency that you want for your pancake batter. So start with a half cup or a quarter cup and then just add a little bit more when you want a little more liquid. But you can also put in water. No big deal. So after I put those in, that's it. And there's only 3 more ingredients that I put in there. But then I'll have some options for you, some toppings, so to speak. They're not really toppings. Anyway, then I put in a half cup of oats, and I put in the rolled oats, not the quick cut oats. You can use the quick cut oats. They're just minced up. They're just oats that are chopped up even more. That's fine. I put in like full rolled oats, about a half cup of those. And then I put in a half cup of either wheat flour or artisan bread flour, or really you could put in whatever you want. I wouldn't put in rice flour, but you could put in rice flour. But I used to make it always with oat flour. I just don't have any oat flour on me. So these last couple weeks I've been making it with artisan bread flour. But you put in a half a cup of oat flour. That'd be great. Oats are great for people that have, if you're allergic to stuff that wheat has in it, like gluten or whatever. I believe that oats are very low in gluten. So you can put oat flour in, and oat flour is actually going to be a little bit more hearty and more... give you a little bit more energy to go along with the oats. It's a lot of oats in this stuff, right? Basically oat pancakes. And the last thing, and this is what I think really seals the deal, is I put in, I don't know how to measure this, probably like 3 tablespoons, maybe a quarter cup to a third of a cup of almond butter. Now, I really like almond butter. If you like peanut butter is much cheaper than almond butter. You can put peanut butter in there. If you don't like the peanut butter flavor so much, almond butter is, in my book, just better. I really don't care for the flavor of peanut butter, but almond butter I really do like. And I put in raw almond butter that I get from Trader Joe's. It's the same price as like the salted almond butter. I put in smooth Almond butter you can put in the crunchy stuff, but might make your pancakes a little bit crunchy. But yeah, basically put in any kind of nut butter that you want. Almond butter I feel is the best. That's just to my flavor palette. But yeah, and that kind of gives you a lot of energy throughout the day. It's going to be good. You just mix all that stuff up. Just mix it all up until it's like, pancake batter. If you need some more water, you need some more liquid, throw in some more oat milk, throw in some more milk, throw in some more water, whatever. Mix it up. Don't make it super runny. These pancakes aren't made to be like commercially puffy. So kind of err on the thicker side of the batter. And then just cook the pancakes up in a pan. I use cast iron. I put some butter in there. You could use whatever you want. And just cook them up. This batch, these amounts I'm giving you, usually make me 2 decent size, maybe 8-inch size pancakes. They're kind of 8 inches by a 1/4 inch thick. And then I put regular organic butter on them. And I put maple syrup on my pancakes. Not too much. You could overdo it with maple syrup, get a lot of sugar, get a sugar crash. You don't have to put sugar on them. Or syrup if you just want to be a little bit more healthy, or just do a little bit of maple syrup on them, not too much. It's to your flavors, to your taste, whatever you want to do. And then eat them. And you're good to go. It's the lembas bread. I'm telling you to try it out. Just try it out. If you like making pancakes. If you don't like pancakes, you take all the things I said and I don't know. Now, I said that you could have there's a couple of things you could throw in there. You could throw anything in there that you want, really. You want to throw some fruit in there? Throw some raspberries in there. Throw some boysenberries in there. Throw bananas in there. I hate bananas, but you can throw bananas in there if you really must. That's fine. One thing I do once in a while is I'll throw in a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of raw cacao. And I say that on purpose because cacao is the unroasted version of cocoa. So if you take chocolate, no sugar, nothing else. It's just the chocolate, just straight chocolate beans, chocolate. Yeah, I guess they're beans, whatever's ground up to make chocolate. Cacao is the unroasted, uncooked version of that. And it still has a chocolatey flavor. It's just not as strong. And it's pretty bitter on its own, but you're going to put maple syrup on it. And it doesn't change the flavor like too much, but you could throw some teaspoons of that. Raw cacao is actually very healthy for you. And you can throw in some beetroot powder if you want to sweeten them up just a little bit and also make them festive. They'll become a red color for Christmas. You can put a little bit, maybe a tablespoon or maybe not even that much to flavor, just a little bit. Really, you could add anything in here you want. Add cinnamon, add vanilla, add whatever you want. It's fine. They're all going to be good. Add whatever you like in there. That's it. That's my lembas bread recipe. And I would say give it a shot and see how long it takes you to get hungry after you have a couple of those pancakes. And if you don't like smother them in syrup and stuff, you can take them in the car. You just cook them up. You can cook them up the night before. Put them in a bag, wait till the morning, put them in your car, just eat them and have like a, I always try to balance like sweetness with non-sweetness and not overdo it with the sugar. So, maybe I'll eat one of these just with my hands, just eat it raw, like a piece of lembas bread itself, and then maybe I'll have a sweeter coffee drink, even though I don't typically drink sweet coffee. But, maybe that's an opportunity for me to have a mocha or something to go with it, because then that's sweet, and the lembas bread is not sweet. There we go. Anyway, I don't know if this is of any value to you at all, but I always thought it's a pretty good recipe, and it's been filling me up, and it seems fairly affordable when I buy all these ingredients in bulk. And then I can make pancakes for weeks and weeks. The only thing I gotta go out and get like every week is a dozen eggs, because I put 2 eggs in each one. But you can put 1 egg in there, and you could extend the life of you could extend how many days you can make these for straight without going back to the store. 1 egg would be fine. That's great. I put in 2, whatever. I don't know how many eggs is too many eggs, but I would put in like 2, 1, or none. Whatever floats your boat. That's it. And I would sincerely like to wish you all a happy Christmas and a Merry New Year. Happy holidays all around. Happy Hanukkah to those of you that celebrate Hanukkah. And any other traditions out there for the end of the year, I wish you the best. And I hope you enjoy them. Take some time. Chill out. Take it easy. Someday, we're not going to be here. So remember, that is an inspiring statement. It's not dark. This is Tabletop Alchemy. We're always inspiring, even when we're dark. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your holidays. I will see you next year. And yeah, we'll see what happens in the alchemy lab in the coming months. All right, guys. Happy holidays. Take care. I'll see you.